love is always keeping everything in common. How do you think about this?
In my question, I don't think so. It depends on when you are in love, when you are in school, when you have a job, or when you have a career. If you're a young person, you need to find out who you are, like, hobby, strengths, focus on your career, study. So, if you give all the time to your lover, love, you will lose control and cannot balance your life. If you are mature enough, have a stable life, it's okay. I agree that you can give more time to your lover, but still balance between relationship and work around.
How about you?
And I agree with him because everyone has their own life. And I mean, even when you are in love, you do not have to, give everything to your lover because you still have to balance between your own work, your own life. So love yourself before the lover.
Okay. Think you should give the best to the love, but not everything, because love is only a part of your life. Okay. Then the second question. I have a video.
Em ơi, đây con em xinh nha, có em nha.
Okay. What's the video? What do you think about people getting into love relationship so quickly? You?
Love is a natural human emotion, but to start a relationship so quickly is not really serious when we don't understand the other personality. So only the temporary and that relationship not that long. We should start a relationship when we love, when we understand the person well and the choice will be more certain. And do you think this question?
Yes, my opinion is the same as you because when we love someone too quickly, we do not have the time to understand them or share experience. So this may be a wrong decision, and you may not find a person that is good enough to live with you till the end of your life. So be careful when you love someone, and yes, my opinion is the same as you.
Okay. I think before you doing whatever, you should consider carefully. In love too. But you're single too long. You can learn the way of the video. Third question. In today's gender equal society, should girls take the first step in love? Okay.
In my opinion, love, it doesn't matter whether the boy or the girl take the initiative. If it's me, when I love someone, I will turn on red light, prompt, text, and send a signal, and wait to love come naturally, not a hurry. And that is the come from the both side, so that a beautiful love can be progress. For example, two people need to actively text, start conversation, ask each other out, and in the end, the girl can be more cooperative. But they need to carefully to both guy come forward or not.
Okay, thank you, guys. The next question. Some people ask, they break up for why? But whenever they think of this question, they feel sad. Why? I want to ask, why would people be sad after breaking up? You?
This is a tough question for me, and I think that when you break up with someone, not only your lover, but also someone who is important with you, feeling sad is something kind of natural emotions because everyone can feel happy or sad at any time of their life, and especially when you break up with your lover, separation can lead to the feeling of missing, lingering, so you have to adjust to the fact that you will live on without that person by your side. So, yes, as I've said before, that when you break up with your lover, so feelings that it's just natural emotions, and this has to be one part to make you nature, to make you, become more mature in the future.
Okay. So, how do you after breakup? How do you get the sex?
I think that there are many ways to heal after you break up with somebody like a lover. If I am in that perfect position, I will try. The first step is to accept the fact that that person is not my lover anymore, so that I can always look on the bright side when I think about the person. And second, I would take my hobbies, to kill the time if I not spend the time with my lover. For example, I can read a book, or play sports outside, go out with friends and everything, or even take a new hobby that I have never tried before. Yes, and my advice is always stay positive. Look on the bright side.
Okay. Love. Not every couple has a happy ending. So what factors are needed to have a lasting love? You?
For me, the factor to maintain love, or the first, I think, is understand and trust. In every relationship needs to understand and love. No, understand and trust.
Yes.
In love is come from two of you give more the time and space, listening the lover opinions and do not impose your will on others. And the second, I think, is empathize. In every situation, you need to put yourself in your
Lover's position, right?
yes.
Yes, and but I think that they are not. Every factors that need to be kept to. Form an everlasting love. And I think that I can give my additions to that is maintain the romance. Let me give you an example. When you love someone for a long time, for about 5 or even 10 years or more, and maybe you will think that a person will love you forever till the end of your life. So you may not show love and romantic actions to her or him. So, but I think that this is a wrong point of view, because if you don't show love actions, so that person will soon fade away the love to you. So maybe this will lead to a sad ending, not a happy ending anymore. And the last advice from me is about adult love. And even when you have a love, strong love with a person, but you do not have enough money, you don't have anything. So you have to be stable in terms of finance, to go on dates and buy gifts to that person. And yes, that's all advice. Thank you.
Last question today. What do you need from the man or women when in love?
In this question, I want to ask Nick. Can you
How would you answer to this question?
as a woman?
I think this is a surprising gift we send it to you.
Yeah. To my surprise. I was out of blues because I have no preparation for this question. And from the bottom of my heart, I have to say that love is something you cannot avoid. You cannot say no, because that follows a rule of heart. Yes, you cannot what I mean, stop yourself from falling in love with someone. So let the nature take its course. Yes, okay. And for me, yeah, I'm not an exception. When I was young, I used to fall in love with more than one man, of course. My school day was very meaningful because I had a beautiful love. When I was at the grade 10, yeah, I fell in love with the boys in the same class. Okay, and then our love lasted for 3 years. Before I went into a university, we said goodbye just because of the differences in point of view. Yeah, I had my own way, which was very different from his. And we said goodbye. I think that is natural for anyone to put a stop with your love, especially love at school. Yeah, and I think that right now you are 18 years old, and if your love comes, let's say hello to it and welcome it. Okay, I encourage you to say hello to your love. Okay, as long as you can control your emotion. That is what I want you to do. Okay, because love at first sight, love at school days, very beautiful. Enjoy it, my guy. Thank you so much.
Okay, here's the final question today. Thank you for your listening. And our talk show is also closed.